Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel and back to day 9 of Mermay. We're having fun, and as you can see I have reverted back to doing the toned tan paper. I've actually had a lot of fun doing this back and forth between the toned tan and grayscale and doing the full color watercolor illustration, and so it's been a nice back and forth. It's been a lot of fun, and I want you guys to know that I have appreciated your comments and you guys sticking with me throughout this channel and putting up with my ramblings. But all the same, I also wanted to let you guys know that, if by any means you guys wanted to support me, and I'm not trying to say go out and do this, you have to do this. I'm just saying, if you would like to support me, you can follow me here, follow me on Instagram, or, even sharing these videos is a big support. The like or the dislike button, whichever you're feeling, you're not gonna hurt my feelings. I get it, so I'm just letting you know and putting that out there. But thank you. Thank you guys for being awesome. Thank you guys for your kind words, and thank you guys for appreciating what I do, because it puts a lot more of an emphasis on, I don't know, I feel very humbled by you guys, and it encourages me to want to continue making these videos for you guys, and I appreciate that, because I've really had a lot of fun doing these videos. These videos have been a big way for me to kind of push myself, and to really, before I started doing these YouTube videos, I honestly wouldn't make as many full illustrations. I would just do a lot of sketches, a lot of pencil work, a lot of just random doodles, basically. And as I started doing the videos, I realized that I wanted to get out and do full color for you guys, let you see the full illustration from start to finish, and not just do a sketch for you guys and then upload it and be like, there you go. I wanted to show you guys start to finish. And for a long time I did do the sketch separately, because I will admit, a lot of my best work is done when I'm just chilling and hanging out and sketching, when I'm watching TV or YouTube, or just hanging out with my husband while he's playing video games, or I play video games too, shamelessly, a lot of video games. But that is another hobby that I have had in my life since I was a wee child. All the same, it's definitely something that it took me a little while to get out of just doing the sketches while I'm hanging out, and actually doing the sketches on the video for you guys, because I feel personally like that a lot of my best work comes when I'm just like, oh, I just want to randomly doodle, not when I'm like, oh, I want to make a video, let me sit down and record me sketching. It's almost like the raw, unexpected sketches, I think, in that sense. I've never really been one to plan out an illustration necessarily. Like, I'll have an idea that comes to my head and I'm like, oh, that would be cute, let me see what I can do. But I don't honestly ever really do something where I'm like, let me create thumbnails and create different ideas and kind of go for there. I'm definitely more so and just go with the flow and what I'm feeling, and sometimes I'll start with the body, sometimes I'll start with the face, and just kind of let the illustration take itself from there. I know there are plenty of people who will tell you to plan ahead, tell you to, just start creating and have a plan behind it, but honestly, I don't. I try sometimes, and then I completely evade from the plan that I had, and I mean that. I really, really do. But going back to this illustration, like I had said at the beginning, I've been having a lot of fun bouncing back and forth between doing the tanned paper and doing the watercolor illustrations, and it's been kind of a nice reprieve in the sense of balancing out the two. Has kind of helped me to have a lot more fun with it because it gives you variety and it gives me variety. And definitely for me, I will admit that the grayscale illustrations are a bit more simplistic, a bit more easygoing because, you know, I'm not doing full color. I am literally just adding the shading and adding color to certain aspects rather than coloring the entirety of the piece in that sense. You know what I mean? Where I'm like filling out color throughout the entire piece. So doing something like that and then switching between that and watercolor illustrations, it gives me more time to kind of dedicate to doing the watercolor illustrations and more time to experiment with the watercolor illustrations. So it's been fun in that sense because I've been able to have the variety and have fun with the variety and see where it will take me. And I'm looking forward to doing more. And I know at the beginning of the month I had said, oh, like I'm going to try and stick with strictly grayscale. And that was essentially my plan. But I definitely realized that while, yes, I have the tone tan paper that was sitting on my shelf, I also have watercolor paper that's been sitting on my shelf because for years, you know, when I first started using Copic markers, I started using Copic markers with watercolor paper, and it works amazingly, but at the same time, it definitely eats the ink. And so when I was using the watercolor paper with the Copic markers, I was still living in Japan. So having the Copics were half the price there. So I was able to really kind of let it soak up the ink without it really interfering with my product. I guess the amount that I had or whatever. I don't really know how to express that. But all the same, when I came back to the States, when we moved back here, I transitioned into actually trying to find actual marker paper and something that was better because, for one, when you have a paper that you find that is more targeted towards using markers, you'll find that it just flows better and it works easier for you. And that's kind of where I found the Canson mixed media paper and where I kind of grew a love for that because I was looking for something that had a little bit more of a variety without soaking up all of my ink. And with respect to that then left me with a lot of watercolor paper, but I was never confident in using watercolors, so it was just sitting there for a very long time. So in that, trying to pursue using all of my supplies that I have in my office, it kind of pushed me to start using not just the tone tan paper, but watercolor paper that's been sitting on my shelf as well. And especially with me starting to use more watercolor and get more confident in it, it, you know, pushes me to have more fun with it and start doing bigger illustrations, more varied illustrations, and having fun doing not just markers, but watercolor, and who knows, even ink as well, because I do love working with ink, as you've seen from my Inktober videos. So who knows where we will go from here, but more than likely I'm going to, for this month at least, I'm going to continue with working between watercolor and the Copic illustrations and seeing where it will take us and seeing where the illustrations will go and where we'll go from here and having fun with it. And you can hear my pups in the back. They're starting to get ornery with each other. Hopefully they won't get too loud. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with this. I love mermaids. Like I said, they're kind of a cheat for me because I don't have to draw legs. Not to say that I'm not a fan of drawing legs, but they're also not the easiest thing to draw. But yeah, I will leave you guys with that. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope that you guys have had a great week so far, and I know the weekend is closing in. All the same, I hope that you guys have a fantastic day, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Take it easy.